Today on JNN, we take a look into the ongoing debate about cell phones in classrooms.
We bring you a message about using AI in the classroom.
We bring you the 4th edition of Inside the Lines with Jonah Delozier.
And for Sports Box, we bring you the latest winter sports recap.
All this and more on today's JNN. Good morning, Grigori High. Today is Tuesday, December 17th. I'm Iman Awabi.
And I'm Ella Hatch. Welcome to the 4th edition of JNN.
Cell phones in school have been an ongoing debate for over a decade. Isaac Lopez and Moria Zabala bring us the story.
In recent years, the debate over cell phone use in schools has become increasingly more prominent. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom called for restrictions. He recently signed Assembly Bill 3216, the Phone-Free School Act, which requires every school district, charter school, and county office of education to adopt a policy limiting or prohibiting the use of smartphones by July 1st, 2026.
I don't think cell phones are bad. I have a cell phone. It's super useful, it's super helpful, but does it negatively impact kids' educations? Yeah, 100%.
I think we just allowed students to sit there and play games because you don't want the confrontation, or, mom wants to call me during the day and I have to be available to her. So I think we need to bring it back to how do we use it as a learning tool, not just as something that's an attachment to you.
I'd really like to say that there shouldn't be a ban, but I understand why there is, because it's come to a point where students are constantly on it, and they're disrespectful towards the teachers, and they're just distracting anyone else.
The Modesto City Schools board policy on cell phones states that the governing board recognizes phones may be beneficial to students' learning and well-being, but could also be disruptive during instructional hours.
Cell phones are important because if it's an emergency or if your parents are calling you for some reason, I think that's very important. In the classroom, I think you shouldn't have them out.
Their policy on cell phones also states that phones shall remain turned off during instructional hours, but may be used under specific circumstances.
It's an amazing tool, but you've got to teach kids how to use it as a tool and not in a negative manner. And it's the same way with any new technology that comes out. The teacher, the school district, we have got to know that this is in our students' future, and we need to show them how they can use it to their advantage.
While some educators highlight their potential as valuable learning tools, others argue that cell phones hinder learning by causing distractions and shortening attention spans.
Your attention goes to the cell phone, right? I mean, we've all done it outside of the classroom before, right? If I'm standing in line somewhere, I'm not going to start talking to somebody. I'm not going to look around and look at my surroundings. I'll just pull my phone out.
A lot of kids are just like tunnel vision in their phone. Like if I'm not paying attention on when I'm driving around, I can hit 20 kids a day because they'll just be walking and they won't be looking, and then last second they'll see my cart, so that's a problem.
As schools across the nation deal with having to balance technology and education, the question remains, what exactly does the future hold for cell phones in schools? For now, Modesto City Schools remains adamant that while they may be beneficial to students' education and well-being, they should not be used during class time. But as policies evolve, this may be subject to change in the near future. With how integrated technology has become in our daily lives, we may not know the answer anytime soon. This has been Moria Zabala and Isaac Lopez reporting for JNN.
Seniors, are you interested in becoming an EMT? Modesto City Schools is partnering with the Academy for Professional Development to provide a free EMT program. Space is limited. Email Jeanette Wisdom Baker for more information. Staff will be giving out You've Been Spotted tickets to students this week. These tickets are given out for positive actions displayed by students. If you get a ticket, make sure to put it in one of the boxes located in A, C, N, or L building offices by Friday. Students whose names are drawn will be announced next week. Now we bring you a message regarding the use of AI in school.
Hey, have you started the essay? The one from last week? I haven't either. Time to use ChatGPT. Okay, see you tomorrow in class.
High school seems to be getting a little too easy with the use of ChatGPT. You can just put in a prompt and it can generate a well-written essay just for you. But is using AI like this really the right way to go? Let's check back in on that essay.
Jessica, we need to talk. It's about your essay.
Grigori Esports continues to recruit team members. If you play Valorant or Rocket League, they want you to join. Scan the QR code on the screen or see Coach Drobnik in room N217 to sign up. Mr. Orlando and Miss Miranda would like to extend a thank you to the Global Club members, staff, and custodians for all their hard work recycling and their efforts to be sustainable. Now we go to Jonah DeLozier with the third edition of Inside the Lines.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas this year is simple. I wish you could bring all our winter sports a winning record this season and make it to the playoffs this year. But most of all, Santa, most importantly, what's near and dear to my heart, I wish that the Miami Dolphins make it to the playoffs this year. Please, Santa, let Waddle and Tyreek bring us home a championship. That's all I humbly ask for this Christmas. Best, Jonah DeLozier.
Oh, didn't see you there. Just finishing a little homework before finals. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth installment of Inside the Lines. Let's start off with the recap of recent winter sports.
Thanks, Jonah. Let's dive into this week's winter sports action, where the Jags are heating up things despite the wintry winds. First, let's talk about boys soccer, where the Jags have been on a tear, racking up a 2-game win streak and holding a solid 6-1-1 record. Their streak started with a thrilling 3-2 victory over Golden Valley. Take a look at Braden Herline's clutch 40-yard rocket in the final minutes. Thanks to JV coach Tadeo for sending us that clip. Last Thursday, they kept the momentum alive, dismantling Grace Davis in a dominant 5-0 shutout. Speaking of streaks, girls soccer has been making noise with a streak of their own, winning 3 in a row. They took down Bullard High School in a thrilling 2-1 battle last Friday, following with a 5-0 shutout against Justin Garza this past Saturday, improving their season record to 5-1. The standout, Allie Hu, who's lighting up the scoreboard with an average of 2 goals per game, 6 in total, earning her a spot at 27th in the Sac Joaquin section rankings. Now, let's pivot to the court, where boys basketball is on fire with a 5-game win streak. The Jags started their run with a decisive 68-46 win over Ripon Christian last Thursday, but they didn't stop there. On the 13th and 14th, they knocked out Byron Atwater, improving their record to 9-3 this season. Leading the charge is junior Jason Powers, averaging an impressive 15.8 points per game. The team's looking sharp as they gear up for league play this winter. Girls basketball showed their grit as well, cruising past Ripon Christian in a 48-31 victory last Thursday. However, the record now stands at 7-5 after facing tough losses to Bayer and Mountain House during the battle for the Hardwood tournament last week. Finally, let's hit the mats with wrestling. Both the girls and boys squads competed against Atwater and Golden Valley last Thursday at Downey, but came up short in both dual meets, dropping the record to 2-6. The team has been battling injuries and illnesses, which has taken a toll on the season. However, with plenty of action still ahead, there's time for Jags to rebound and still make some noise. That's it for winter sports this week. Back to you, Jonah.
Thanks, Layla. Now let's take a look at the schedule for winter sports taking place during break. With winter break just around the corner, many Grigori athletes will compete in various tournaments, while many of us are on vacation. Both our boys and girls varsity wrestling will be making a trip to Reno to compete in the Sierra Nevada Classic from December 27th to the 28th. Following that, our Lady Jags will compete at the Napa Valley Classic, January 10th to the 11th, while boys wrestling will also compete in the Tim Brown Invitational during the same 2 days. For competition closer to home, boys basketball will be hosting Bradshaw Christian on Friday night, January 3rd, here at Grigori. Game starts at 7:30. Girls soccer takes on Downey Knights here at home Thursday, January 9th. Game starts at 6. Boys soccer will also compete on the 9th, taking the Jungleton Knights at Downey. Game starts at 7:30. Also on the 9th, girls basketball, our Lady Jags will face Atwater here at home. Match starts at 7:30. So, if you got nothing to do, go out and support our athletes as they enter league play. 'Twas the night before kickoff, and all through the house, not a player was stirring, not even a spouse. Their jerseys were hung by the big screen with care, in hopes that the playoffs soon would be there. The fans were all nestled, snug in their chairs, when visions of touchdown erased all their cares. When out of the lawn there arose such a roar, I sprang to my feet and dashed to the door. Away to the window I flew in a flash, tore open the blinds and threw up the sash, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a fleet-footed coach and his team full of cheer. He was stocky and bold, a true sideline pro, and I laughed when I saw him call plays on the go. He spoke not a word but got straight to his plan, and barked out the orders to each of his clan. Now LeBron, now Curry, now Mahomes take the ball. On Jokic, on Luka, on Caleb and all. To the top of the bracket, to the top of the game. Now dash away, dunk away, drive to the fame. So out to the court and the field they all flew, with helmets and sneakers and dreams shining through. And then in a twinkling I heard from the stands the chants of the crowds and the clap of their hands. As I drew in my breath and was turning around, onto the stage came the trophy renowned. He raised it aloft, so shiny and sleek, a prize for the champions at the end of the week. And I heard him exclaim as he took in the sight, "Happy game day to all, and to all a good night."
Well, that's it for this week's JNN. I'm Ella Hatch.
And I'm Iman Awabi. Happy holidays and good luck on your finals, Jags.